Well, Dan, for the last hour, as you say, Boris Johnson has been over in the House of Commons making that last-ditch appeal to Conservative MPs. They hold his fate in their hands. We're told that when he turned up, people could hear that there was some cheering, some clapping, some banging of tables, but journalists aren't actually allowed into that committee room, so it's quite difficult to gauge how much support there is for him. There could be people there who might even be quite publicly supporting him who could still vote against him because it is, as you said, a secret ballot. This vote has been hanging over Boris Johnson for several months now. People have been saying, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Well, tonight we know it is happening.
He still has the top job here, welcoming the Estonian Prime Minister, only inside, not on the steps of number 10 as planned. And surely he must have found it hard to concentrate with events unfolding outside.
The threshold of 15% of the parliamentary party seeking a vote of confidence in the Prime Minister has been passed. Therefore, a vote of confidence will take place within the rules of the 1922 committee. That vote will take place this evening in the House of Commons between 6 and 8 o'clock, and we will announce the result shortly thereafter.
Was this the final straw for some MPs? The Prime Minister and his wife booed at the Jubilee service at St Paul's, so now he must face down a confidence vote. 2.5 years ago, Boris Johnson led the Conservatives to an election victory with a majority of 80. Today, he faces a different contest involving only his own MPs. Under the rules, if more than half back him, that would be 180 plus, he can stay on. If he gets fewer than 180, he must resign, and he cannot stand again in the leadership contest that follows. Today, cabinet members were coming out to defend him.
Is it all over?
It's merely the end of the beginning. There will be a vote later on, the Prime Minister will win, and it will be business as normal. The message to most people is to remember that it is the Prime Minister who is delivering Brexit, and without this Prime Minister we will not get a proper Brexit. If you look at the big guns behind this, they are people who never wanted us to leave the European Union.
Even if he wins tonight, won't he be so damaged he just can't carry on?
I don't believe that's the case. I think that, as I say, it's the privilege of members of Parliament to ask for a new leader. I think the majority of my parliamentary colleagues will back the Prime Minister today. We can put that behind us and we keep moving on, delivering on our manifesto to make sure that we focus on the things that are mattering to people in their daily lives right now.
This MP resigned from his government job this morning, saying he could no longer back the Prime Minister, but denying he was part of any kind of plot.
It will have been, as far as I can see, an uncoordinated set of letters going in when people who had probably said, Conservative MPs who'd probably said, let's wait for the Sue Gray report, then had to reply to their constituents and had to look themselves in the mirror after they'd done so.
The man who was beaten by Boris Johnson for the leadership has said it's time for the Prime Minister to go. Jeremy Hunt posted on Twitter, "Today's decision is change or lose. I will be voting for change." And that provoked this response from one of Boris Johnson's most loyal supporters. "You'd have handed the keys of number 10 to Corbyn," said Culture Secretary Nadine Dorries. "You've been wrong about almost everything. You are wrong again now." For some time, there's been a hangover from parties held here. We'll soon know if the current resident has any reason to celebrate. Andy Bell, 5 News.